Your Excellency Museveni,
Mama, Right Honorable Third Deputy Prime Minister, the Ministers of Foreign Affairs, Permanent Secretaries present, all members of NOC, good afternoon to you all. And I'm very happy to be here. And first of all, I'm very happy that we delivered rightly and correctly. I feel very honored to stand here before you today and to be hosted to this great luncheon by our dear President as we celebrate the success of the recently concluded summits of NAM and the third South Summit, which we hosted in Uganda. To me, this luncheon speaks great volumes of what is on the heart of Mzee and Mama. This means that they are very happy and they have appreciated what we have done. And we want to thank you, Mzee and Mama. All the Ugandans at large are very happy. And even people outside Uganda, we have been receiving all these communications. Thank you, Mzee, for entrusting us with this work. And I want to thank all of you for doing what you ought to have done. Mzee, this is a big recognition to us, the committee, and we don't take it for granted because very many people have done very many good things, but they don't get the kind of appreciation that we have got. Can we clap for ourselves and for Mzee? I am immensely proud of the hard work and dedication that you displayed, you as the NOC team. And I want to begin by congratulating Mzee upon achieving the chairs of NAM and G77. Congratulations, Mzee. The summits were so good. Everybody was so happy. Everybody was so appreciative. We even saw the smile on your face, which we don't see normally. When you are getting out of the G77, we all felt very happy. By the way, arranging for this summit was not easy. And we had a countdown as days went down. I think we are not yet adding, but God was with us. And finally, by the D-Day, we were almost there, although not yet there. Those of you who went there on Sunday morning, the meeting was beginning on Monday with senior officials meeting. So I went there early morning with my colleagues. And of course, Mr. Sudhir. But we still had a lot to do, and we had to do it in that one day. That's why I'm saying there is God in this thing. The construction was almost over. There are some that we said will be done after, but we said what we need to do now is to clean up so that the summit begins tomorrow. Of course, Mr. Sudhir had people who were busy cleaning, but when I looked, I said the work was so big. So I swung into action and called people even I shouldn't call. I called the Proclean company of State House because I know they do a good job. We called the cleaners of President's office. I requested Mr. Sudil to call some other companies. We mobilized companies. I called even staff. I said, everybody, we are now all cleaners. I made even chief of protocol to put his suits away, and we started cleaning. I want to thank you because I made you do things that you shouldn't do. And I want to thank all of you because maybe sometimes I became so harsh. I was a no-nonsense, you know it. When I said meeting begins at 8, 8 meant 8. Doesn't mean 1 minute past 8. So some of you thought I was too harsh, but we had a mountain to climb. And we could only climb it by being serious and being committed. In the beginning, it may not have been easy, but as we went on, I think you got used. You now knew that when I said so, it meant so, and we moved together and we delivered. So I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Your Excellency for the trust that you put in us and my team to organize for these events. Your vision, leadership, and unwavering support made us deliver. This was very instrumental in making us succeed. We are truly very grateful for your guidance throughout the entire process. And I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you NOC team members. Your commitment, creativity, and tirelessness have been a driving force behind the success of these two great summits. We had the 13 subcommittees. I won't go into the details of them because PS has already talked about them. And in each of these subcommittees, we had committed members that played a crucial role in ensuring that every detail was meticulously planned and flawlessly executed. Your dedication to excellence is truly commendable, and I am honored to having had the opportunity to work alongside you. Allow me give a special recognition to the following who made extraordinary contribution to this success. First and foremost is Mr. Sudil Ruparelia and his team. Thank you very much, Mr. Sudil. I don't know where I would have been without you. You played your part, we played our part. I became so stressful to you, pressurized you a lot, but now I have no regret because you delivered. I want to thank my assistant, Ambassador Adonia Yevale. He kept me awake. Even when he was in New York, he never observed that we are in different time zones. Once he had something, he would call you immediately. He doesn't care whether it's 3 a.m. or it is 5 a.m. But I specifically want to thank him for driving the summits. You people, you don't know what it means to having a document and all the member states, 120 of them, to agree to have it as the document for the summit is not an easy thing. And to allow all of them go through the process and talk and contribute and finally come up to a compromise is not easy. At some point, we are seeing ourselves losing time, but that man has the way he drove and drove and drove, and we managed to deliver on time. Thank you, Ambassador Donia. I would love to have you as my deputy in future. I want to thank Mr. Bagire Vincent, Mr. Bagire, the PS of Foreign Affairs, and Ambassador Sentongo, Chief of Protocol. These were at the core of everything. I commanded them like babies. And I think behind they must have said kakazako, but I don't care. I made them deliver. I want to commend the Haj Yunus Kakande of President's Office for holding the money pass and ensuring that every committee was well facilitated. I want to appreciate Engineer Kano Tukamwachira. You are the unsung hero. That man was the one in charge of the construction of the concession building at Entebbe Airport. I gave him all the harsh words that could come from my mouth. And at one time I told him, I think, let me leave you alone. And I have plan B, but somehow we agreed on and he delivered. Thank you very much, Engineer Tukamwachi. I want to thank Mama. You checked on us to see how we are moving on day 2. And I believe you found everything was going on well. I saw a smile on your face that day. You know, we are counting days. When day 1 finishes, we tick it off and we kneel and pray. When day 2 goes, we tick it off until when we reach the last day. I want to thank the Right Honorable Third Deputy Prime Minister, who was our Chief Inspector. Thank you, Madam. And I want to thank the Ministers of Foreign Affairs for all the advice they gave us. And I want to thank our innovators. They were people from Fenon who helped us with a lot of innovations and a lot of branding. Where things were not looking smart, they made it look smart. You people don't know the tricks. Sometimes you may think it's a wall, but it's something they have designed and has covered, and we move. Thank you very much, Fenon. Your Excellency, when you gave us this assignment, we looked for records of CHOGAM meetings so that we could borrow a leaf, but we couldn't trace any. So I told my team that we needed to be imaginative and innovative. I told them that this was going to be a big mountain to climb, and we did not despair because we had the energy and the ability to deliver. And this was an assignment that had no room for failure. So I told them this was not going to be business as usual, because civil servants are used to being sluggish, laissez-faire, not minding about deadlines, waiting to be reminded. But I told them this wasn't going to be the case. We therefore had crazy deadlines. I had to use all the harsh means. I entertained no excuses. I was just like a midwife in a labor ward. If you women have been in a labor ward, or a driver on a slippery road on Kapchora, So you had to obey and go in that line. I can now say sorry after delivering you, but I thank you for remaining positive and remaining cool. So as we reflect on the success of these summits, it is important to acknowledge the factors that contributed to our achievements. First and foremost, our success stemmed from the spirit of collaboration and teamwork. This permeated in every aspect of our planning process, and despite the challenges we faced, we remained united in our commitment to delivering a world-class event. And this enabled us to showcase the best of Uganda to the international community. I want to thank you. We left no stone unturned in our quest to ensure that every delegate felt welcomed, valued, and respected throughout their time in Uganda. From the moment they arrived until the moment they departed, our goal was to exceed their expectations at every turn. I want to thank the people of the airport, the people of the immigration. Life should continue like that. I told you that NAM is the beginning of enjoyment for Uganda. It should not remain the same. Things we have put in place, a passenger within 1 minute, like we are doing in NAM, so let it be for other Ugandans. If you can get the baggage of a passenger in less than 30 minutes, so let it continue. If we have decongested that transaction route, Madam Olive, I know behind there you must be abusing me. I've made you lose money at the airport because the airport was a congestion of shops. These people we are no longer minding about Ugandans. You go to hell, for us we are renting. Everywhere is shops, people have nowhere to pass, but now, let it remain. The PS of Internal Affairs, you deployed people at the airport, that's why things were smooth. Now people are already calling me, they are going to take away the staff. Please, let the staff remain. Ugandans want a smooth, quick life, and let NAM be our. Lastly, I believe that our success was also attributed to our ability to embrace innovation and adaptability in the face of adversity. We remained agile and responsive to the evolving circumstances. We leveraged on strategic partnerships and thought outside the box. And this enabled us to overcome any obstacles that stood in our way, hence delivering successfully. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finished the summits. We have scored the credits. But what next? So what follows is that as Uganda, we must not remain the same after the successful host. Let us not slide back. KCCA in the disorderliness, in the dirt, let us remain clean. When I pass Munyonyo Road, Gaba Road, it is clean. Let not those market people come back, the dirt, the what. And as I told you yesterday, the commitments that have not been fulfilled, I will still follow them up. If you still had work to do and you haven't yet delivered, I'm going to follow you up. I want those deliverables. So let's keep orderly, let's keep clean. Let's finish the unfinished works. Let's follow up the pledges and commitments from the NAM and the G77 Summits. We have a tendency, we sit in meetings, people have pledged this, people have done this, and we sit back. I'm going to be on your neck. PS Foreign Affairs, you people were in those meetings to make sure Uganda benefits from NAM. Whatever was committed must be followed up. Those bilaterals were not for nothing. And then let's prepare to host the midterm review ministerial meeting, which is supposed to take place, I think, 15 months from now. Let us not go into the panic mode we have been in. This time we prepare early and we deliver something better. Let us have proper and timely accountability for all the funds that have been advanced. Whoever received money, please. And then let us have proper management and maintenance of the vehicles that were donated to us by China, India, plus the motorcycles of police. You know, we were supposed to buy motorcycles, PS. Yet we had many motorcycles in the throne. Then we said, no, let us repair the ones we have, and we put them on the road. So instead of buying 20, we repaired all the 75. They are working. Let them continue working. Let them be kept properly, such that when we have other summits, we don't have to run up and down. Let's have a strategy to market our convention center. You know that this convention center is a joint venture with government. So it is incumbent upon us to look for market for this convention center. Shouldn't become a white elephant, because now it is closed. So foreign affairs, ministries, please make sure this convention center is used wherever you have conferences and attract more conferences. And then, although the summits have ended, it is the beginning of work for the NAM and G77 secretariats. The G77 is for 1 year, the NAM is 3 years, and this requires a lot of commitment. So, Mr. Vajire, don't go back and sleep because you have finished. Let's make sure that they have praised us for hosting the summits. Let them also praise us after the 3 years and the 1 year for having been the best. And you heard the speech of the president. All of you who were there, what the president pledged to do for G77 and for NAM. Can we facilitate him to do that? So don't go back and sit. In conclusion, I would like to once again express my sincere gratitude to Your Excellency for having given us this opportunity, and to all of you members of the organizing committee for the extraordinary efforts in making these summits succeed. Together, we showed the best of Uganda to the world, and I have no doubt that the legacy of these events will endure for years to come. Long live Museveni Nnyo, and thank you all. Thank you, Museveni. Thank you, ma'am. So I want to take this opportunity to invite the Minister of Foreign Affairs to come and address us. Thank you very much. Thank you for being good.